Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. So, as we see here, 22 different states have visible auroras, or looking forward to visible auroras with all the solar activity. Again, two X class flares, a couple of pretty strong M class flares. That's a lot of energy, bioelectromagnetic energy. And when I think to, again, I guess you could really say the thing that wants to be stressed or the tendency of Western science to look in tiny little boxes and not see a bigger picture. We are bioelectromagnetic beings. This is who we are, and science knows this. Biomagnetism and healing. Yeah, I mean, this is the new wave. It's yet the old wave. It's what we had in the past. Understanding the biomagnetic sphere in each of us, because we are ultimately consciousness. This consciousness draws the ether, the life force, to ourselves and layers different bodies to venture through different dimensions. And when you look to each of the chakras, they are dimensional portals. So when you look to your root chakra, it's a dimensional portal on a particular frequency. Same thing with the sacral, solar plexus, and heart, etc., etc. They're all at different frequencies. And yet they truly are gateways for us to go and explore. And you think about that when you go to sleep at night and you're off venturing. Are you really venturing? What is it? Is it just in your mind? But if you say that, the reality is all this that you look out there at is in your mind.
It is, it's the mind is all what's all around the body, the energy that's all around the body. So, if you, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you break an ankle or a wrist, that's remembered in the body, not in the mind. So, or in the brain, I should say. It's very, very interesting. So when the energy around us changes, you bet it is going to affect us in big ways. And a lot of times it can make us a lot more psychic, a lot more intuitive, much more sensitive. And in other ways, it could also kind of throw you flat on your butt. When that energy hits you, it's very, very healing, and it can make you do a lot of purging, which would then make you need to rest.
There's a plethora of different articles out there in Western science that talks all about the bioelectromagnetic fields of the body, even when it comes to perhaps regulating, balancing, and harmonizing certain fields, and their application in helping people to heal and to overcome various things. It's really, really, when you look at it, it's all right there, but they seem to ignore it and not prioritize it, as opposed to when we look to, say, traditional Chinese medicine, we recognize that disease is dis-ease, which comes out from an out of balance aspect in the body, mind, the energy field. As again, so much of our disease really is coming from some sort of energetic unbalancing that's going on. It could be too much of a certain energy, it could be too little, it could be that it's not circulating and that it needs to circulate. There's a lot of different aspects to this. But when we understand that, again, the physical body is just the densest, lowest frequency, lowest vibrational field structure that we exist on. It's again an avatar for operating about here. When you sleep, you're out of that and you're out and about on the astral typically. Again, we can go up even into higher planes of existence. One of the things that's been hid from humans in the Western world is the fact that we are truly multidimensional beings. And our energy fields give us access to other dimensions.
This always fascinated me, and this is why I learned biofield tuning, because you are working with the human aura And when people's auras are out of balance, that's when dis-ease can occur. So I learned to recalibrate the the different organs, the organs which were damaged, and help people actually find the root cause of what is going on. It starts in the energy field. And from my own issues through life, that to me was the best way to do things to get right down to it. Because once you recalibrate those organs or those areas of the body that are out of balance, you rebalance them, then the intuition is able to kick in and find the things that it needs to heal.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this particular one is talking about electromagnetic fields as signaling currents of life. Absolutely. Bioelectromagnetic signaling, a fundamental aspect of biological systems, has gained increasing attention in recent years. This review synthesizes current knowledge and recent advancements in bioelectromagnetic research, covering principles, evidence, emerging applications. We discuss the generation, reception, and roles of bioelectromagnetic fields in living organisms, focusing on intracellular and organism level communication, the ability of the cells to communicate between them. Again, when we get cut off from each other, misunderstandings can happen. So, you think about this in the bigger scheme of things. Each cell is a unique, individuated consciousness. Every one, every single cell. Again, there's trillions of things alive in your body. Each one is a distinct organism in a sense, but part of a larger organism. As we are part of the earth is just a cell in something bigger. This how it goes ad infinitum. So understanding that frequency holds the keys to our experience. Again, you want to do things like stay hydrated, have proper mineral balance too. If we are like now we're out in the desert, so you get dehydrated pretty quick, even when it's not too necessarily hot. It's just sort of soaking, drawing the water out of you. So you got to stay hydrated, and you want to, again, I like to use Himalayan salt, regular, like Morton salt and stuff, not good because minerals are one of the key things to transferring signals from one cell to another. This is an important role in our health. You want to take care of your body with physical exercise. If you feel off and you learn how to do certain techniques like pore breathing, you could be just, say you're just totally incapacitated in bed, you still can consciously draw the life force into you just with intention and the breath and visualization. Again, this world's all about your visualization and your ability to focus on any one particular thing at a time. And this is again why the system wants to keep us multitasking and thinking about a million things at once, because that will also lessen our ability to go to higher levels when we focus in deep on something and maybe gain some new understanding. So, revolutionizing medicine and technology by understanding the life's electromagnetic dimensions. This is the next wave. So, you might think, well, it's going to all be led by AI and it's all going to be led by, maybe artificial organs or whatever they're going to do with clones and body parts. And all that's been happening forever, for thousands and thousands of years, maybe more, millions. Again, we've just been kept in the dark intentionally, just like, free energy from the ether, like what we see with some of the towers of Tartaria that are still around. Pulling the life force from the ether is a birthright, but they've taken that knowledge from us. Also, pulling life force from the ether for yourself, for your own body, for your own bioelectromagnetic field to benefit your health and overall sharpness in life is also something that they've hidden in the Western world.
When our energy gets out of balance, it can have such a huge effect. And because we cannot see with our two eyes always the energy field, we tend to just dismiss it and we don't think about it. But there's some really, really good technology out there that can help balance the energy field. But I have learned, and I do like a lot of the frequencies and they do work, but I do like human technology better because when one activated human works on someone else, there's a certain intelligence in that. So when we have these solar flares, a lot of times that can get enhanced. That is a time for growing and that is a time for healing. So those can be the best times for having Reiki done, having energy healing done. It gives you a certain charge. It's that divine intelligence that no other machine frequency machine can mimic, but they do have their place in our lives. So to me, this subject is so fascinating. It must be past life. It's something where you speak to someone's energy field and you can speak to yourselves as well. So there's so much that is hidden and kept from us in the Western world of science, so-called science. They are always rewriting the books, but we all have a certain energy field around us. We're contained by a bubble, and sometimes that bubble can get tears in it, and then we can leak. Actually, our light leaks. So, we want to learn to take the time to heal that energy field so we're not losing the precious light that we have.
Absolutely. So when you see things like major flares from the sun, this is tremendous amounts of energy being off given. And it's for the benefit of all, as the sun is the big trigger. So I guess the point here with this from Science Direct is that this is again Western science. And this is, again, an article that might be referred to by some scientists as are, these other ones, biofield science and healing history terminology concepts. Yeah, because it's all right there. It's been right there. It's just that they don't get you to focus on it because there's not the money in it. It's not going to lead down a path of money and control and power and greed. So as people learn how to draw the life force into themselves, they will be able to regulate their own healing in a direct manner. Where again, if anybody's feeling off, they might be like, well, I'm just going to take a few hours off. I'm going to go meditate and I'll be back. Or I'm going to go for a walk in nature, going to ground and root and hug a tree and draw some life force. Ask its permission first, of course. And, I'll be back to work tomorrow, that type of thing. This is part of understanding because right here, too, I mean, they're talking about this is obviously shows potential for all sorts of things like neurodegenerative diseases, cancer therapy, regenerative medicine, on and on and on. Bioelectromagnetic signaling. Well, that's what the sun is doing to us right now. Bioelectromagnetic signaling.
And this is something I think is the should be the foremost of our education in life. We should really understand energy because everything that you cannot see affects everything that you can see. And if you learn about how things that you cannot see work in conjunction with all the things that you can see, then life can go a lot smoother. Being in alignment, aligning your chakras, and meditating, the Qigong, the mantras, all of that stillness that you give your body gives your energy time to realign itself. It gives your brain time to heal when you sit in that silence or do those slow movements. It's very, very important, especially while the sun is being so active. I strongly feel that those are the more important times to really buckle down and get that silence in so your energy field can not only strengthen but can recalibrate.
The mechanism by which biological systems generate electromagnetic fields are diverse and interconnected at the cellular level. The movement of ions across membranes creates electrical currents and associated magnetic fields. This ionic ballet is the foundation of the resting membrane potential and the dynamic action potentials that are the lifeblood of neural communication. Beyond individuated cells, the synchronized activity of cellular populations, such as in neural networks, can produce larger scale electromagnetic fields that ripple throughout tissues and organs. Some biological materials like bone and collagen exhibit piezoelectric properties, the ability to generate an electrical charge in response to applied mechanical stresses, generating electric fields when subjugated to mechanical stress. In the depths of cellular metabolism, the electron transport chain in mitochondria produces weak electromagnetic fields as a byproduct of energy production. The spatial and temporal dynamics of bioelectromagnetic fields and further layers of complexity from generated by coordinated brain activity, and these electromagnetic patterns form a multidimensional landscape of biological information. So, I mean, it's right there. This is a science paper, but you actually listen to it, it sounds like they're talking about New Age woo woo, right? Because the New Age woo woo is the science of the past ages. That's the bottom line. Yes, this is where it's really at. Understanding, again, we are bioelectromagnetic beings. Each cell has a positive and negative field in the DNA. Cellular division is the process responsible for keeping the body healthy and rejuvenated. And the force which activates the formation and division of cells is magnetic energy. Wow, yes, absolutely. Proper function and interaction of all organs and systems in the body depends on the constant presence of adequate magnetic energy. Magnetism is essential for the body's electromagnetic activity and plays a major role in health and disease. When did your doctor ever tell you that?
I think they should, or you should find a doctor that can talk to you about these things and talk to you about everything that's unseen. Um, like I said, everything that's unseen is affecting everything that is seen. It's just as important to learn about the mechanics of the body as it is to learn about the mechanics of energy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's all been out here the whole time. And, again, this is all, it's Qigong and medical Qigong, of which, again, we have studied. I have studied for over 30 years. Again, Reiki and pranic healing, all the different forms. It's all about the magnetism. So in Qigong, it's known that what we do is we draw the life force to ourselves. It comes through and gets stored in the body in different ways, in different forms. And it's all about keeping an adequate supply of that electromagnetic energy flowing through our bodies. Putting the body into different positions can change the electrical impedance and the signal flow. So this is why, again, Qigong poses, things like, again, holding the golden urn, wading in the stream, these different embracing the tree poses, each has a unique aspect to where and how you are gathering that life force activity. Always do it in a balanced manner. And, again, take your time. It's all about your ability to gradually increase your focus, and you'll be able to increase your vital energy, your chi, and also circulate it as you're able to focus more on one thing at a time. It's developing that ability for single minded focusedness. That's again where you're talking about ants moving a rubber tree plant, moving a mountain. It takes single minded focus. It takes really delving deep. Go inward, go deeper and deeper, and you could really achieve pretty much anything. Now, this is, again, talking about hydrate cells with water, and they're recommending Celtic sea salt, sodium, magnesium, trace minerals, pull water into the cells. I think this is Barbara O'Neill explaining the fastest way to hydrate the body with this hack. You know, again, the most amazing things in life in some ways are very simple, but they can be covered up in terms and legalese purposefully to make it sound more complicated than it is.
Another trick not mentioned here to saturate the cells is mixing a little bit of organic aloe in with your water, and that can hyper saturate them. So there's a couple really good tricks you can use, but I still think I would still want to add a little bit of Himalayan salt or Celtic salt to my water if I needed to hydrate really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, this is the future. It's not in basically chips in your body and AI. No, it's understanding the multidimensionality of you and get plenty of good deep sleep as well. That's always a positive.
Very important.
Much love. Thank you guys for your support. Make sure you're subscribed to all the channels. Yes.
I just wanted to mention on the energy work, we do offer that over on Patreon. It's a great community. You can ask questions to us directly. And we cover a lot of stuff. We try to help people along their way. So there's that.
Yeah, and we're going to be when we get back off the road trip, we will be focusing in on putting together classes and again a system. I had a system in place over 10 years ago when I was teaching people in person, but we'll be doing things from distance, and yeah, it's going to be fun and exciting.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.